Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation, or hello YouTube, Salivate Metal here. We have some silver we're going to show, and actually, this is a little bit more subdued because this is what it was like last time when I did my previous video called My Silver Stack, Silver Tower, over 600 ounces of silver. But now we're really excited because we've got more silver, and we're going to make ourselves a new tower. Yes, indeed. Now, as most of you know, I'm more of a collector than a stacker, but since that last video, well, I've accumulated a bit more silver in the stacking form and bars and the like. Especially love the Geiger pieces, as you can see here, and even there's some other pieces that we're putting in, even in the form of rounds, because, you know, with the bars, you know, that's kind of exciting, but you know what? We're well-rounded here in the Salivate Metal YouTube channel, indeed. So we're going to add a little bit more silver. Mainly, many of these pieces accumulated after that original video, as you can see here. We have them all laid out. And in the previous video, of which I will link in the description and or in the end screen in this video, you can see it. It's mainly bars, and this time we're adding more silver in the form of rounds and the like, and coins, big coins mainly, but you never know, we might throw in a couple things here. And in that video we started off with the tower, and then we took the bars off and showed you, or no, when I say we, I'm referencing a very soft and cuddly kitty who was there in that video. But we see these 200-ounce bars that were there in that previous video, but this time we're going to add some tubes of silver as well. Yes, indeed, because we filled up some tubes. Some of you may remember the Silver Eagle tubular journey that we took here. And so we're going to showcase all of this silver for you, and it's in 4K. Yes, indeed. There it is. So we've added more silver, actually, since that section, and some gold, too. We've got a little bit more disbursement of gold in here as well. So here we go. We've got ourselves the silver tower here. Very, very nice indeed. And it's almost 1,200 ounces of silver. And the Soft Teak and Cuddly Kitty Part 2, the sequel, is here to observe the festivities of silver, topped off with some gold on top, cherry, like a cherry on top with those two gold 100-gram bars. Very, very nice indeed. Very nice. So moving along, we can see it in all its glory. And you know what? It's a more bolstered tower. I don't even know if it may be slightly taller than the original tower, but maybe not by much. We've added more to have a stronger base. And the base, as you can see, is pure bullion as the base of any one stack. And that's kind of how we like it there. But as you can see, we've got some other gold bars intermixed in with it. Almost 1,200 ounces of silver and almost 10 ounces of gold as well. Very nice. Interspersed throughout here. Beautiful. Nice to see silver and gold all together in this form. Sometimes it's just fun to play with your silver a bit, you know, and your gold, and just kind of see how it looks all together in a manner such as this. Very, very nice indeed. We've added, probably could have added more if I could have found it from different sources, but it does take some time to put together, but it's nice to literally see how your investments and your savings and your insurance are working out for you, how they're building up. You're building up you're bolstering your wealth. That's right. This is the best way to build wealth, in my opinion, is to preserve it. It's the safest way. And with gold and silver, you can do it. There it is. Indeed. Yes. Almost 1,200 ounces of silver and almost 10 ounces of gold right here in a way to preserve your wealth, indeed. This is the same spot from the original video, and there's been talk about having this done, a sequel to the original Silver Tower. Well, this one is a bit more potent. I'll call it my Silver Tower of Power. Silver and Gold Tower of Power, indeed. And this is really, with all intents and purposes, compared to others here on YouTube, is a pretty modest collection and accumulation of silver. But that's one thing I always tell people, is to not compare yourself to anybody else, because everybody has different income levels. And this took a lot of years to put together to accumulate this much. And for others who make more money, have more resources, or as fat in the wallet as is this kitty, Softy Cuddly Kitty Part 1, the original, is fat, well, they can accumulate more silver quicker. And I dare say this cat probably weighs almost as much as this Tower of Power, this silver and gold Tower of Power. And some of you may remember the original video, the Soft and Cuddly Kitty Part 1, the original was in it. Not quite as chubby. So I encourage you to check that out. More subdued. But this is exciting. Yes, indeed. It's nice to see progress in such a way with the tower. And in 4K resolution. If you have a 4K television, I encourage you to check it out on that. I don't have a way to watch this in 4K. I don't have a 4K anything here, even though I can film in 4K. Kind of crazy, but look at that. Gold and silver. Indeed. Fascinating. A lot of rounds, bars there. Coins in some cases. Nice variety there. A bit more variety. That's a beautiful thing about silver, is you can accumulate it in different varieties. And as we know, there's literally building blocks of silver that literally you could accumulate it in that way in the form of Lego blocks by some in the community, and also some companies that produce those. There's stackers. There's pieces that you can literally stack together from several different companies, as well as the Lego style. So you can make a really nice piece. And obviously you can have silver in the form of action figures, in the form of poured army men, in the form of all kinds of different ways. Shark teeth. The members of the pouring community here on YouTube especially are very good at that kind of thing, with casting silver in different shapes and different styles. And these are all some poured, some not. Those gold bars on top are obviously poured by Pam Suisse. Very nice. Others of them are poured, but most of them are pressed and struck. Indeed. Very, very nice. But very cool to be able to do a sequel to the original. Very nice. Look at it on a view from the top down. And who knows, how high can you get your silver tower? I'd be curious to know. I'm sure many of you out there have much more and can accumulate more. Some people say that about 1,000 ounces is pretty much all you need in the case of a economic downturn or even a collapse. And that very well could be. But I would recommend probably a bit more than that, just in case silver doesn't skyrocket, go crazy high. And considering that there's more of it out there than some people say there is. And so it might be good to have. There we go. We're getting really down in the nitty-gritty with those gold bars there. Looking at it from this direction, those Pam Suisse gold bars. A nice way to top off the silver tower here. Very, very nice indeed. Here's take a look at it again from this side. Just kind of nice to admire it, to kind of revel in the work, because this represents work. It represents labor. You've earned the money to purchase these pieces, and through time, it adds up, and it's something that you can be proud of, that you have accumulated through the years, and as a way to preserve your wealth. It's a representation of your work here on Earth and your labor. And what better way to present it in a manner such as this, and in such beauty. there it is. Fun time here to put together this Silver Tower video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude y'all for watching and encourage you to please rate, comment, and subscribe.